You mind if I talk my shit real quick? Now, I've had a lot of time on my hands recently, so I decided to do something fun. There are a lot of classic movies, and I really do like movies, so I thought I should watch a bunch of classic ones. I started with like The Truman Show, went on to The Pursuit of Happiness, a bunch of movies that are very well acclaimed. And I already have like a list of a bunch of other ones I watched, but I decided to go down into a series because I haven't watched the series yet. And what's something that I like more recently that I haven't watched a lot of, it was action movies. Because I used to be straight, when I was a kid, I was straight horror and comedy. If it wasn't a Ben Stiller movie, or if it wasn't Friday the 13th, I was not watching it. And so as I dived more into action, I started with a couple of James Bond movies. Those were pretty good. I made it to Skyfall, and then I paused there for a while. And then when I went back up to realize what do I want to watch, it's the middle of the night. It was like 5 a.m. You're not tired. You don't know what you want to do. What did I see on my screen? Mission Impossible 1. Let's watch Mission Impossible 1, why don't we? Mission Impossible 1 is such a perfectly crafted movie. I understand how it became the franchise it is today. Now, when I see Mission Impossible, I thought, oh, Tom Cruise is going to do some cool stuff. That I was not expecting a singular plot twist in that first movie. Now, there's going to be some spoilers. I'm telling you right now, watch the movie. Watch the series. But if you're just going to listen to me, you might as well, right? So I'm going to tell you right now, Mission Impossible, there's a spectacular plot twist with everything. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I still recommend you watching it. But let's say everything bad gets pinned on main character Ethan Hunt, right? I like his whole team dying, an item that they're looking for missing, and he has to prove his innocence. And while he does a swell job because he catches the dude who's like doing it, I'm just going to I'm going to specify. So his big boss, one of the dudes who died, faked his death and everything and was actually the bad person. And this female lead who was with him the whole time was also a bad person. They were working together the entire time. And Ethan found out halfway through the movie before I even knew. And the thing is, they have such a really cool but basic aspect. Masks. What does masks mean? Someone has a mask on, you don't know who they are, but theirs is very good. It's like actually could be anyone at any time, so you don't know. And that's something that continues throughout all the movies. You never know exactly who is talking to you. It could be this. A lot of the times it's literally anyone. There's a scene in one of the other movies, I believe it's Mission Impossible 2, where Ethan is currently talking to someone and the bad guy is also talking to someone, right? And Ethan is trying to save this girl and he tells her, go back in the house, go stay there. And the bad guy's trying to get information out of someone. And then the bad guy takes his mask off and it's actually Ethan. Then who's the other one? Ethan was the bad guy. It's just a crazy random scene, but it's so in depth. And another thing I really like is there's a lot of scenes you'll see something crazy happening. You assume it's CGI. This dude do it for real. He has to jump from the building. He did it and he broke his leg and they had to stop filming for a while. You see him holding on the side of a helicopter. He did that. Real life. He did that shit. He did that. It's crazy. Another thing I know, I'm not gonna lie, I had to look past Tom Cruise as a person. Scientology, whatever, right? God, can he act, bro? It's just so great. And you know what I like happening further on? The first 4 movies, right? It's kind of just like, Ethan, have sexual tension with the girl. Let's do a pre-dig. Before or after an hour, is he going to end up sleeping with her? Then they actually went more in depth on the female characters. Started making them better and having more to them, which is something you can really see with Ilsa. Ilsa in Mission Impossible 5 and 6. She has a really in-depth character. You don't know exactly what side she's on. You don't know exactly what she's doing, but the only thing is that she does care for Ethan and she's going to try to help benefit him. That's just such a great thing. That's just and she's more in depth inside the other one. I'm a thief, but I want to fuck Ethan, but I'm integral to the plan, so I'm gonna fuck the bad guy too. Oh, whoa, who wants me more? And then they're gonna, please stop. And then they cut her out of the next movie too. Don't even explain why. She's just gone. And whenever he gets a new wife, she has a little thing going on, but then she's actually then she just disappears again. They cut her out of the story. All she was the loving wife character holding him back, but then he also loves her. It was very basic scaled for the women, but it really grew on that. Which I'll say one thing, if you are a fan of James Bond movies and whatnot, there's the only thing I'd say that I can openly say, because James Bond, he on fuck nigga shit too. He just be fucking anything. But the one thing I'll say is James Bond has better villains. The only thing I could say is that the villains, besides one of them, which I'm not going to specify who, besides the one villain, they're not really that memorable. they're not really like that memorable. It's the dude in the first one, he's cool, he's the main boss, he has a great standing point. But then it gets so much bigger than him. Upcoming next is a very big guy who's buying something that could destroy the world, and he's going to use it to destroy the world. But he's just kind of some lover boy guy who gets caught and loses because of that. And then Mission Impossible 3, same thing, another I gotta go. And then it's very much the basic concept of all the movies is that I'm going to save the world from something big that's gonna destroy the world. How am I gonna do that? Well, you'll find out. And then that's the thing, you just wait to find out. But it's like the action. It's really like the epitome of action, seeing something happen. There's this scene where there's like a water turbine and he has to jump in there and he has to hold his breath for 3 minutes while switching out identities so that another guy can walk through a trap and not get murdered by it, because the face identification will then have him in the system. But he jumps inside this turbine so tough, and he's spinning around, he gets hit by the stuff, and then he gets knocked out. Oh, he can't breathe. Wakes back up because he got saved by the girl. They're celebrating. The girl tases dude in the back and then leaves with their stuff. Then he gets on a motorcycle chase. It's basic action with a minimal story that's just done so well. And the overall character of Ethan Hunt is what I really like about it. It's Ethan goddamn Hunt. He's so tough. Bro, he's so tough. I don't even know. He's so tough. And I genuinely believe, even though Mission Impossible is highly rated, it's highly rated in the sense of, not to make it a race war or anything, but it's highly rated between white people. I don't think I've seen, I asked all my friends, you know what I mean? A lot of people just haven't seen a lot of Mission Impossible movies. They've seen one, possibly they've seen maybe two, but no one really goes in depth and watches all of them. It's like modern day trying to find someone who watches all of the Fast and the Furious movies. What are the odds that you find them, right? You're not going to find no one who's watched all the Fast and the Furious movies. Especially because, first off, Fast and the Furious, there's just too damn many. But I really just yapped into a camera. No cuts, no nothing. I'm just talking to you guys. But I really like Mission Impossible. I'm going to watch Dead Reckoning Part 1 later today. And then when March comes around of next year, I'm definitely watching Dead Reckoning Part 2. I just really enjoy this so far, and I can't wait to see how this continues. And especially, oh my god, the most recent one had Henry Cavill in it with plot twist after plot twist. Even though what I really liked about the Henry Cavill one is that at the beginning, like 20 minutes into the movie, another spoiler in case you're gonna be one to watch it, 20 minutes into the movie, I knew Henry Cavill was a bad guy, right? Couldn't find out how. I just knew that it's a weird thing, but he's Henry Cavill. He has to be more fleshed out than actually his character was just a brute CIA agent. And this happened previously, third or fourth movie. Jeremy Renner comes into the picture, and the whole time you're thinking, well, this is Jeremy Renner, he's gonna be a bad guy, and he just isn't a bad guy. And it's pretty cool to see him not be a bad person at all, and he's just doing his own thing. And I like the aspect of it because he did have something a little bit more in the backstory. I won't tell you that. It's because something about Ethan's wife though, and it's actually not even that big of a deal in the end, but he just becomes a continuous character. Start to like him. Only thing I wish, which I liked in the 4 and 5, or no, 5 and 6, Ilsa, like I said, she's a continuous character. She's in multiple. I wish you could continue doing that with women and not having them be one movie wonders. But that's me yapping about this right now. Oh, by the way, if you saw my previous video on Travis Hunter, fuck you, everyone in the comments. You don't know ball. Especially because if you say that I'm wrong and then I click on your account, if you say that I'm wrong with nothing to back it, then I click on your account and I see a short of you wearing Colorado's uniforms, I'm pretty sure I know where you lie, bro, and that's straight bias. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm an Ohio State fan, so I ain't got no bias. I just know straight facts. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just me talking. I feel like the main thing about YouTube is for you guys to enjoy me, like me as a person. So when I can get in front of the camera and just yap for a while, just talk about how I'm feeling about movies and stuff like that, I really like that. This video probably won't do the best, but love you guys. Peace.